Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the history of one of the world's most unique dog breeds, the Basenji. At first glance, they look like any other small hound, but they hide a secret that sets them apart from every other canine. Often called the Congo Terrier, this ancient African breed dates back thousands of years, even appearing in Egyptian tombs. But their most famous trait isn't their age, it's the fact that they don't bark, not even once. Instead of a bark, they produce a sound often described as a yodel, a chortle, or the famous baru. We sasatursiu a krastafer. This is all due to their unique physiology. In their native Africa, being quiet was a survival advantage. Their larynx is shaped differently than other dogs, which means the air passes through it to create that melodic sound instead of a sharp bark. They were originally bred for hunting. Their silence allowed them to stalk prey without being detected in the thick African brush. This independence is a hallmark of the breed. They are often compared to cats for their self-reliance and intelligence. In fact, they even groom themselves like cats, using their paws to wash their faces and bodies. They are incredibly clean animals with virtually no doggy smell, making them unique housemates. Visually, they are striking, with those iconic pointed ears, wrinkled foreheads, and that tightly curled tail. Those wrinkles give them a permanently worried or inquisitive expression that owners find irresistible. Don't let the look fool you. They are highly intelligent and expert problem solvers. However, that intelligence comes with a stubborn streak. They don't just follow orders, they weigh their options. Training a Basenji requires a lot of patience and positive reinforcement. They need to know what's in it for them. They are also high-energy dogs. Despite their small size, they need plenty of physical and mental stimulation. Many Basenjis excel in lure coursing, where their natural speed and hunting instincts can truly shine. Because of their unique needs and independent nature, they aren't necessarily the best choice for first-time owners. But for those who understand them, they make quiet, fascinating companions, especially in apartment settings. Early socialization is key to helping them become well-adjusted members of the family and community. And of course, you'll never get tired of hearing that one-of-a-kind baru whenever they have something to say. They are full of personality and will keep you on your toes every single day. From the ancient Nile to modern living rooms, the Basenji remains a true original in the canine world. Thanks for joining me to learn about the barkless dog. Would you ever own a Basenji? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next one. Have you ever wondered why looking into your dog's eyes feels so special? It's not just your imagination, it's chemistry. Scientific research has uncovered a fascinating feedback loop that strengthens the bond between us and our canine companions. It all centers around oxytocin, often called the love hormone or the cuddle chemical. Studies published in journals like Science have shown that when dogs and owners gaze at each other, something incredible happens. Oxytocin levels spike significantly in both the dog and the human simultaneously. This creates a biological loop that encourages more gazing and even deeper attachment. For humans, this hormone release reduces stress and increases feelings of trust and affection. For dogs, it provides a sense of security and belonging within their human family. Researchers believe this is an evolutionary adaptation that helped dogs integrate into human society thousands of years ago. Interestingly, wolves, the ancestors of dogs, rarely use eye contact with humans in this way. During domestication, dogs likely hijacked the existing human biological pathway for social bonding. The most striking discovery is how this mirrors the bond between a parent and their infant child. In humans, eye contact between a mother and child triggers the exact same oxytocin release. This explains why so many of us truly feel like our dogs are our children. Biologically, it's very similar. When you look at your dog, the hypothalamus in your brain produces oxytocin, which is then released into your bloodstream. It can even lower your heart rate and cortisol levels, providing a natural anti-anxiety effect. And your dog feels that same rush of comfort. It's a shared emotional experience that transcends language. Over time, these frequent love hormone releases contribute to better long-term health for both of you. Consistent bonding leads to a stronger sense of purpose and reduced feelings of loneliness in humans. For the dog, it increases trainability and responsiveness because they feel more attuned to their owner's emotions. While gazing is powerful, combining it with physical touch, like a belly rub or a scratch behind the ears, amplifies the effect. These quiet moments of shared presence are where the deepest biological connections are forged. This phenomenon isn't limited to specific breeds. It's a universal language of love that speaks to the heart, and it is shared by dogs and humans across the entire canine world. While we see this most clearly in dogs, similar chemical responses are being studied in our interactions with other animals. But for now, the oxytocin gaze remains one of the most unique and powerful aspects of the dog-human relationship. It's a reminder that our connection with dogs is built into our very biology. So, next time your dog looks at you, don't look away. Take a moment to hold that gaze. Feel that sense of calm and connection wash over both of you. It's a scientifically proven dose of happiness. As we continue to study this bond, we only find more reasons to cherish our four-legged friends. Because when we look at them, we're not just seeing a pet, we're experiencing one of nature's most beautiful connections. Did you know that every dog in the world carries a completely unique ID right on their face? Just like our fingerprints, a dog's nose has a distinct pattern of ridges and creases that belong to them alone. No two dogs, not even from the same litter, have the exact same noseprint pattern. This unique biological marker is so reliable that it can actually be used for identification. Some kennel clubs and lost dog agencies have even started using nose prints as a permanent form of ID. Unlike microchips, which require a needle, a nose print is a completely non-invasive way to recognize a pet. But what exactly makes these prints so special? It's all about the dermis and the way it forms. The patterns are formed by the specific arrangement of dermal papillae, creating a landscape of ridges. You've probably noticed that most of the time those unique noses are also quite damp. There's a brilliant scientific reason for that moisture. It helps them smell better. The thin layer of mucus on their nose traps tiny scent particles from the air. When they lick their nose, they actually transfer those particles to their mouth for processing. This allows the scent to reach the Jacobson's organ, a secondary olfactory system. A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be between 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than ours. To put that in perspective, they could detect a single teaspoon of sugar in 1,000,000 gallons of water. They can even move their nostrils independently, allowing them to determine the direction of a scent. It's like smelling in stereo. This is how they track a trail with such precision. Notice the slits on the sides? That's where they exhale, creating a swirl of air. This swirl actually helps pull more new scents into the nostrils, allowing for continuous sniffing. Noses also play a key role in keeping your dog cool on a hot summer day. As moisture evaporates from their nose and tongue, it helps regulate their body temperature. People often think a dry nose means a sick dog, but that's not always the case. A dog's nose is often dry when they wake up from a nap simply because they haven't been licking it. Sunburn or dry indoor heating can also cause temporary dryness without any illness. However, if the dryness is accompanied by cracking or discharge, it's time to see the vet. From the flat noses of pugs to the long snouts of greyhounds, every shape is a masterpiece. But no matter the shape, that unique nose print remains their most personal signature. It's truly incredible how nature has engineered such a powerful and personalized tool. So next time your dog nudges you with their cold, wet nose, remember you're being touched by a unique piece of art. Nature is full of surprises. Thanks for watching, and give your unique pup a pat for us. Have you ever wondered why your dog's nose is almost always cold and wet? It's not just a cute trait, it's actually a biological superpower. That thin layer of mucus on a dog's nose is essential for their most important sense, their sense of smell. You see, the moisture acts like a sticky trap. It helps capture tiny scent particles from the air as they waft past. Once these particles are trapped in the mucus, they are more easily processed by the dog's olfactory system. This simple bit of moisture helps make a dog's sense of smell up to 100,000 times more powerful than a human's. While we have about 6 million scent receptors, some dog breeds have as many as 300 million. But capturing scents is only the first step. You've probably noticed your dog licking their nose frequently, right? When they lick their nose, they're actually tasting the smells they've captured, bringing those scent particles into their mouth. Inside the roof of their mouth is a special tool called the vomeronasal organ, or Jacobson's organ. This organ is designed specifically to detect chemical signals like pheromones, which tell them a lot about other animals. It's how they know if another dog is friendly, what they've eaten, or even how they're feeling. To a dog, a wet nose is like having a high-definition chemical sensing radar system running 24/7. But that's not all. A wet nose also helps your dog stay cool. Dogs don't sweat through their skin like we do. They rely on panting and evaporation from their paw pads and their noses. As the moisture on their nose evaporates, it provides a small but important cooling effect for their entire body. This is especially vital during exercise or on warm summer days when they need every bit of help to regulate their temperature. Did you know the wetness also helps them determine which direction a scent is coming from? Just like we might wet a finger to feel the wind, the moisture on a dog's nose lets them feel the slightest breeze carrying a scent. It's a perfect example of evolutionary efficiency, one simple feature performing three vital functions. From tracking hounds to city-dwelling companions, every dog relies on this wet nose technology. While a dry nose isn't always a sign of illness, a healthy, wet nose is usually a great indicator that your dog is hydrated and ready for action. It's normal for a dog's nose to dry out a bit while they're sleeping, as they aren't licking it or sniffing the air. So the next time you get a cold, wet nudge from your furry friend, remember, you're being greeted by a high-tech sensory marvel. Thanks for watching. If you love learning about your pets, hit that subscribe button for more fascinating facts. See you next time. Did you know your dog might be a better doctor than you think? It's all in the nose. Dogs possess up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to our mere 6 million. They can detect scents at concentrations as low as parts per trillion. That's like 1 drop of liquid in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. This incredible sensitivity allows them to sniff out the chemical signatures of diseases, including various forms of cancer. Cancer cells release specific volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, which have a unique odor that dogs can be trained to recognize. Trained medical detection dogs can identify these VOCs in samples of breath, urine, or even skin with high accuracy. In various studies, dogs have shown an incredible 97% accuracy rate in detecting lung cancer from simple blood samples. They've also been successful in identifying breast, prostate, and skin cancers with remarkable precision. While many breeds can do this, specific dogs are chosen for their focus, temperament, and drive to work. The training process involves rewarding dogs for alerting on positive cancer samples using positive reinforcement techniques. This training turns their natural instinct into a highly disciplined and reliable screening tool. However, using dogs in a clinical setting on a large scale presents some significant logistical challenges. Dogs can get tired, distracted, or have off days, which is why they aren't used as primary diagnostic tools just yet. Instead, they are helping scientists develop electronic noses, technology designed to mimic their biological sniffing power. There are countless stories of pet dogs persistently alerting their owners to spots that turned out to be early-stage cancer. These incredible anecdotes often lead to early detection and life-saving treatments for their human companions. Beyond cancer, medical detection dogs are also trained to alert owners to low blood sugar or oncoming seizures. This research is bridging the gap between ancient animal instincts and modern medical science. It reminds us why dogs truly are man's best friend, and perhaps his most vigilant protector. As we continue to learn from them, we open new doors for non-invasive, early cancer screening for everyone. Supporting research in canine medical detection could fundamentally change the future of oncology. Next time you see a dog with its nose to the ground, remember, they might be sensing a world we can't even imagine. Their gift is a reminder of the amazing biological wonders that exist right beside us every day. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and give your dog an extra hug today. Have you ever watched your dog sleep and wondered what's going on in that furry head of theirs? It turns out the world of dog dreams is just as vivid and fascinating as our own. Scientific research has confirmed that dogs experience the same sleep stages we do, including REM sleep. Their brainwave patterns during these phases are remarkably similar to human brain activity. This is when the magic happens. You might see their eyes move rapidly or their paws start to twitch. Sometimes they even look like they're running in place, chasing an imaginary squirrel through a park. But did you know that not all dogs dream the same amount? Age plays a huge role. Puppies, for example, dream far more frequently than adult dogs. That's because their brains are processing a massive influx of new information every single day. Sleep is when they consolidate those new skills and memories into long-term learning. On the other end of the spectrum, senior dogs are also frequent dreamers. As dogs age, their minds may spend more time replaying a lifetime of adventures. Changes in their sleep cycles as they age can lead to more frequent and intense REM phases. Every dog has a unique dreaming style, but the pattern of puppies and seniors dreaming more holds true. Believe it or not, the size of your dog also influences how they dream. Smaller breeds tend to have shorter, more frequent dreams throughout the night. Large breeds dream less often, but when they do, their dreams are much longer in duration. A large dog might only dream once every 60 to 90 minutes, but it counts. So what exactly are they dreaming about? Most likely it's their daily life. Chasing balls, sniffing out interesting trails, or even just spending time with you. And just like humans, dogs can have bad dreams or nightmares too. They might whimper or growl if they're replaying a stressful encounter. If you think your dog is having a nightmare, the best thing you can do is let them sleep. Waking them suddenly can be startling and may even cause a defensive reaction. Quality sleep is vital for your dog's mental and emotional well-being at any age. Ensuring they have a quiet, comfortable place to rest helps support those healthy dream cycles. Watching your dog's dream patterns can even help you monitor their overall health. Frequent, peaceful dreaming is a great sign of a happy and relaxed pup. So, next time you see those paws moving, just smile. They're probably having the time of their life. Sweet dreams to you and your four-legged best friends. While the tragedy of the Titanic is well known, there is a lesser-told story of 3 unlikely survivors who defied the odds. Out of the hundreds of pets on board, only 3 dogs made it to safety. This is the story of 2 Pomeranians and a Pekingese. For the wealthy passengers of the first class, pets were more than companions. They were family members who shared their journey. Their small size was ultimately the key to their survival during the frantic evacuation. The first survivor belonged to Margaret Hayes. She refused to leave her beloved Pomeranian Lady behind. Wrapped in a warm blanket, Lady was carried onto lifeboat number 7, unnoticed in the chaos. The second survivor was another Pomeranian, owned by Elizabeth Rothschild, a wealthy New Yorker. As she boarded lifeboat 6, Rothschild insisted that her dog come too. She refused to leave without him. At first, the crew objected, but Rothschild's determination held firm. Both she and her pet survived the night. The third survivor was a Pekingese named Sun Yat-sen, belonging to Henry and Myra Harper. Henry Harper later said that there seemed to be plenty of room in their boat, so Sun Yat-sen was welcomed aboard. Sadly, many other dogs were not as fortunate. It's estimated that at least 12 dogs were on board that night. Anne Elizabeth Isham famously stayed behind with her Great Dane, unable to bear leaving him to his fate. The ship even had its own kennel, and a dog show had been planned for the very day after the collision. For the 3 survivors, the bond between owner and pet was what ultimately saved their lives. When the rescue ship Carpathia arrived, these 3 small dogs were among the survivors brought to New York. Lady lived out the rest of her years in comfort with Margaret, a living reminder of a night the world would never forget. Sun Yat-sen also lived a long life, becoming a symbol of the small miracles that occurred amidst the tragedy. The survival of these dogs highlights the extraordinary lengths people will go to for their animal companions. Their stories serve as a testament to the deep emotional connection we share with our pets. Today, Titanic historians continue to study these stories, ensuring every passenger, human or canine, is remembered. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, love and loyalty can find a way to the surface. The 3 dogs of the Titanic left a legacy of resilience that continues to touch our hearts over a century later. Thank you for joining us to remember these remarkable survivors. Until next time. Ever wonder why your dog takes forever to pick a spot? It might not be indecision, it might be science. Researchers have discovered that dogs prefer to align their bodies along the north-south axis of Earth's magnetic field while pooping. This internal compass, known as magnetoreception, is a hidden sense that dogs share with migrating birds and cattle. A 2-year study of 70 dogs confirmed this preference, but only when the magnetic field was calm. Solar flares can scramble their signal. When the field is stable, dogs avoided east and west entirely, showing a deep biological link to the planet. This likely helps them create a mental map of their territory. So next time you're out, check your compass. Your dog might just be spot on. Stay curious about the amazing world of animals. Thanks for watching. Have you ever wondered why Chow Chows and Shar-Peis have blue-black tongues? It's one of nature's most striking genetic traits. While most dogs have pink tongues, these ancient Chinese breeds are famous for their deep, dark pigmentation. It's actually caused by an excess of melanin, the same pigment that determines skin and hair color. For the Shar-Pei, a solid dark tongue is a sign of pure breeding and an ancient lineage dating back thousands of years. Interestingly, they aren't born with it. Puppies start with pink tongues that darken as they grow. Ancient legend even says these dogs licked up drops of the blue sky during the creation of the world. Whether it's genetics or legend, that black tongue is a beautiful mark of history. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more amazing dog facts. See you next time. Did you know dogs don't sweat like we do? While humans sweat to cool down, dogs have a much more unique system. Dogs actually only have sweat glands in a few places, mainly their paw pads. These are called merocrine glands. On a hot day, you might even see damp prints on the floor. But this isn't their main way of staying cool. Their primary cooling method is panting. This allows moisture to evaporate from their tongue and lungs, carrying heat away. Because they can't sweat efficiently, it's vital to keep them hydrated and in the shade during summer months. Always provide fresh water and avoid hot pavement to keep those sensitive paws safe. Take care of your furry friends and stay cool. Thanks for watching. Have you ever wondered if your dog actually knows how long you've been gone? It turns out they do. One amazing way they track time is through scent decay. As your smell fades from a room, they know more time has passed. They also distinguish between short and long absences, showing more excitement the longer you're away. Dogs also have internal biological clocks known as circadian rhythms that help them anticipate routines. That's why they know exactly when it's time for a walk or a meal, even without a watch. They also watch for environmental cues, like the position of the sun or the sounds of your car. For a dog, every second spent with you is precious, because to them, time is love. Thanks for watching. Now go give your dog some quality time. Meet the Norwegian Lundehund, a rare breed with some of the strangest adaptations in the world. Bred for hunting puffins on vertical cliffs, these dogs evolved traits that seem almost impossible. First, look at their paws. They have at least 6 functional toes and extra pads for maximum grip on slippery rocks. But it's their joints that are truly mind-blowing. They are incredibly flexible. A Lundehund can bend its head all the way back to touch its spine and stretch its legs out to the side at a 90-degree angle. And here's a trick you won't see in any other breed. They can actually close their ears. They fold their ear canals shut to keep out moisture and dirt while navigating narrow, damp caves. From their extra toes to their foldable ears, the Lundehund is a living testament to nature's incredible ingenuity. The Norwegian Lundehund, the ultimate climber of the canine world. Dogs have a secret superpower. Their noses can actually smell heat. This is called thermal radiation detection, and it helps them sense living things from feet away. The key is the rhinarium, the wet patch at the end of their snout packed with heat-sensitive nerves. By keeping this area cool and wet, dogs can detect tiny temperature differences in their environment. For blind or deaf dogs, this is a vital tool, allowing them to see where people are through warmth. This trait likely helped their ancestors track warm-blooded prey, even in total darkness. While we need technology to see heat, dogs feel it as a natural part of their world. It's a beautiful reminder that our furry friends perceive the world in ways we're only beginning to understand. Thanks for watching. Next time you feel that cold nose, remember the invisible world it sees. Did you know that up to 30% of Dalmatians are born deaf? It's a surprising statistic for such a beloved breed. This condition is actually tied to their iconic white coat. The same gene that creates those beautiful spots also affects their hearing. The extreme piebald gene can lead to a lack of pigment-producing cells in the inner ear, which are crucial for hearing development. That's why responsible breeders use bear testing as early as 5 weeks to check on a puppy's health. Living with a deaf dog just means finding new ways to connect. They respond beautifully to hand signals and touch. With a little extra care and visual communication, these spotty friends live full, happy, and adventure-filled lives. Thanks for learning about the unique world of Dalmatians. Remember, love doesn't need a sound to be felt. Welcome. Did you know puppies are born in a world of silence and shadows? At birth, they are both deaf and blind. Without sight or hearing, they rely entirely on smell and touch to find their mother and stay warm in those first critical days. Everything changes between day 10 and 14. This is when their eyes and ears finally begin to open to the world. Though their vision is blurry at first, they can finally see light and movement and hear the voices of their siblings. By week 4, they are mobile, vocal, and full of curiosity, ready to explore their environment with all 5 senses. In just 1 month, these tiny miracles undergo a total transformation. It's a beautiful journey to witness. Thanks for watching. Deep beneath the streets of Moscow, a remarkable urban evolution is taking place. It's not human, but it's incredibly smart. These dogs don't just wander, they commute. They've learned to navigate one of the world's most complex subway systems. So how do they do it? Using scent, sound, and a keen sense of timing, they find their way to food-rich stations. The subway is more than transport. It's a sanctuary from the brutal Russian winter and a reliable source of food. They've even developed a subway etiquette. They are polite, quiet, and have become an inseparable part of the metro's soul. This behavior proves that urban wildlife can adapt in ways we never imagined, evolving social intelligence right under our feet. Next time you're on the subway, look around. You might just be sharing your ride with one of the smartest animals on Earth. Moscow's subway dogs are a testament to adaptation. Thanks for joining us on this underground journey. Why does your dog understand you're pointing when a wolf or even a chimpanzee doesn't? It's a secret of evolution. To us, pointing is simple, but for most animals, it's a mystery. They focus on the finger, not the target. But dogs are different. They naturally follow a human's point to find hidden objects or food. Researchers found that even wolves raised by humans don't get it. This skill isn't just learned, it's bred. Over thousands of years of domestication, dogs evolved a unique social intelligence to work alongside us. Even 8-week-old puppies can do it without training. It's hardwired into their DNA. So next time you point, remember, you're seeing the result of a 30,000-year-old partnership. Dogs truly are our best friends. Thanks for watching. The cheetah is the undisputed king of speed, hitting 70 miles per hour, but its crown has a time limit. In a race longer than a few hundred meters, the humble greyhound actually takes the lead. Let's look at why. While their top speed is 45 miles per hour, greyhounds can maintain that pace far longer than any big cat. The secret is acceleration. A greyhound hits its top speed in just 6 strides, faster than most sports cars. A cheetah overheats in 30 seconds, but a greyhound's massive heart and efficient lungs keep it running for miles. So, while the cheetah wins the sprint, the greyhound wins the race. It's the secret champion of the animal kingdom. 2 kings of speed, each optimized for their own survival strategy. Thanks for watching. Did you know there's a dog breed that actually has 6 toes on every foot? Meet the Norwegian Lundehund. At first glance, they look like a typical Spitz-type dog, but look closer and you'll find something truly unique. Unlike most dogs, the Lundehund has 6 fully functional toes on each paw, complete with extra joints and muscles. This was a vital adaptation for their original job, hunting puffins on treacherous Norwegian cliffs. They can also tilt their heads backward 180 degrees and spread their front legs flat to the side. This allowed them to turn around in tight tunnels and maintain balance on slippery vertical rock faces. They can even close their ears. By folding the cartilage, they protect themselves from dirt while navigating underground. A living piece of history, the Norwegian Lundehund is a true miracle of nature. Next time you see a dog, check those paws.